Hello, my name is Igor Posovets from 3D.io, and I will present you in this video the concept and the problems of velocity render paths in Autodesk 3ds Max Mental Ray. In this video I will also present you our solution with spotmask to correct this workflow. Let us start first with a problem. As you have experienced, motion blur is always associated with the long render times. To avoid them, a special render buffer, so-called G-buffer, was introduced in 3ds Max, and it can be embedded into your OpenEXR image format. But what almost no one knows, this output is delivering incompatible vector data, making it useless for your post-production work. What you can see on the left side is a correct motion blur, done with our spotmask plugin. The identical results can be reproduced with V-Ray or Mental Ray in Maya. Now what you see on the right side is 3ds Max Mental Ray Velocity G-buffer render pass. And while it may look like some kind of motion blur in the compositing node, it is actually a weird vector collection creating strange illusion of movement. On the first place, the default Autodesk 3ds Max G-buffer render pass does calculate only 2 channels, and not the needed 3 channels for the correct compositing rendering. It works only in camera space, and as such, it doesn't consider the objects that are moving in the 3D space. It considers everything only from the camera point of view and only in 2 axes. And the second, it doesn't work correct because the z-axis is not entirely calculated. X and y axis are by the movements toward and away from the camera not optimized. As a small tip, do not even try to use the standard velocity render element from the render element menu in Max. It will deliver you unusable velocity data since it calculates the speed vector into one of 3 colors and converts it as a result into a pixel. The solution for all artists who want to gain the time and speed using velocity for post-processing is the spotmask velocity render element, which calculates the most optimal results for the professional production. This Mental Ray G-buffer anomaly becomes most obvious if you start moving camera in all 3D axes. Look at this video. On the left side you see our spotmask motion blur result. On the right side, evidently completely wrong motion blur coming out from Mental Ray G-buffer. No matter how you tune, flip axis or manipulate this output, you will never get useful vector information. The velocity blur on the left side, which is identical to Maya or V-Ray velocity blur, allows you to make convincing animations in post-effect. The Mental Ray G-buffer on the right side simply looks silly, and it can be maybe used for some abstract op art or similar. In the following tutorial, we will show you how to fast and easy correct and save your velocity paths and use this technique to create convincing motion blur in your compositing software. If you would like to learn more about spotmask, please take a look at our other tutorials. Thank you for your attention.